Keep the change, you filthy animal. 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 Let's get this mother crawl!
To the window, to the wall, till the sweat drops down my balls.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday night. Happy Friday evening. December the 12th it is. December the 12th. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Except for the ring light. I have to ditch that son of a bitch. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? What's going on? What's everybody's glass tonight? Let's see who we got in the house. What's happening all? Kooky Cats is here. Eric B, my mama's here. MT Dobbs, Jason, Bree, Kobe in the house. Joe the Sample Guy, Swalk Star, TGP Bourbon, Chris Miller, what's happening? John Wolfie, today, Junior. Sorry, we got here. Raw dogging these live streams. I'm raw dogging them. You don't even know how bad I'm raw dogging them. Raw dogging them good. Oh man, I'm gonna get caught up in chat here. Sweet Cindy's here, Jeff Perkins. Izzo's Place, what's happening? Whiskey Miner, what's going on? Hopefully you're mining whatever, ore or diamonds or something. Man, I got some blue blockers on because I have been staring at a computer screen for days and days and days, and I am dead. My head feels like not a normal person's head. My head feels terrible. So I hate lights, and yeah. So I ordered some blue blockers, and look at these bad bitches. Look at these bad bitches. They're nice. They're nice. They kind of fit the theme. They're all white framed. Perfect. How comfortable are they? Glad you asked. They're not comfortable at all. Let's see what we got going on in chat. We had a fun night planned. It's not going to be a long stream. This is going to be a relatively short stream. I have to shoot day 13 for the advent calendar tonight and edit it tonight and have it ready to be posted in the morning because we have my newly turned 10-year-old's birthday party tomorrow, starting in the morning, bowling and all this stuff. So not going to have time in the morning to edit it, so got to do it tonight. Got to raw dog it tonight. It's going to have to happen. So we have some bottles that I have not yet scored this year, and I need to score them. I need to friggin' score these pours. So we're going to do that. And that's what's going to be fun this evening. What's everyone got in the glass? What we got here? Kyle Reed says, good evening, Mathias. I don't know. I shouldn't have even tried. Dano from Wisconsin, what's going on? Merry Christmas. Kobe, cracking JD picks tonight. Didn't get to them last week. Well, I'm glad you're getting to them tonight. Let me know when you try them which one your favorite is. Well, bam! Or the bronze back. Let me know. I'm gonna turn down my shit. Man, I am beat. I'm tired. I'm a tired guy. We're kicking butt though. We're kicking butt. No Brandons around to help me out. That's fine. That's fine. I'd probably send them home anyway. Probably send all the Brandons home. Well, bam in the Glen. Cheers. Nice, Michael. Thank you. Reed Mr. Peel 9 for Izzo's place. Western Whiskey Single Malt Barrel King Cherry something. That must be the cherry pie one. What the heck was it called? Why can't I think of it? Crap. Newer for 10.5 years single barrel. Port Charlotte 10, Old Fit 7. Should drink some water before I drive home. Yeah, or you can just have someone else drive. Like maybe you can call a Brandon to come pick you up. Mini Sweaters scored me some Still Austin Tanager. Batch 2 tonight. Can't wait to crack it. Cheers and have a good stream. Thank you. I don't know. I think I have had a Tanager. They've had a sample of that before, for sure. I think. I can't remember exactly what I thought of it off the top of my head. Like we always do, we're going to start this live stream off blind pour from the 1 ounce Wednesday box. I pulled it out of the box and I dropped it in the Gold Glencairn. Haven't seen it, don't know what it is. You just have to believe me. Kicking the night off with a blind sample. What I will do is put it in my little tiny paw. Oh crap, don't have the ring light because it reflects. You see. Whatever. All right, in focus. Come on, hand. Focus. There we go. Opening it. No spoilers in the chat if you can see it. If you can see it, no spoilers in the chat. If you can't see it, then we'll figure it out together. All right. America. Back in the Glen. And here we go. Little SJs going on. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy 12th of December. On the 12th day of December, we will get comfortable. Why am I not comfortable? I feel weird sitting here. I don't know. Something's going on in my head. We're all right. We're okay. So tonight in the lineup, we have Knob Creek 21. Going to taste that, give it a score. Then have some pocket samples. Warming them up on my leg. Oh, shit. No. Okay, it didn't open. It hit a different cap. And then I thought that cap was the cap that was on the sample, and I thought it jumped off. Was not. That's what you get for having pocket samples. All right. We tasted this one before, but I'm going to score it tonight. This is from Kobe. It's Heaven Hill Master Distillers Unity. We're going to taste that tonight and score it. Back in the pocket. Then we have another one, Jim Beam Lineage 02. Let's see, batch 2. Also from Kobe. We're going to taste and score that. Then from freaking Cameron, Beacon, Wild Turkey Masters Beacon. We're going to taste that and score that. And then finally, well, probably the one we'll do maybe first. I haven't scored it yet, but it is somewhere around here. Where's it at? Oh, this is such a mess. Probably should have found it before I started streaming. Probably. It's the Jefferson's Cask Strength. I don't know. We'll worry about it when we get there, which will just be in a couple of minutes. Pocket samples could be a new series. You're just walking around clanging. Yeah. It was genuine. Yeah, because I thought that I saw the cap fly off of it. Thought the cap flew right off. Hey, what's going on? I love when people just shout my name. Purple Toad Batch 1. What the heck is Purple Toad Batch 1, Wayne Arnold? All right, giving this blind sample an SJ to start the day. Color on it is nice. Color on it is nice and dark. I like that for nose. That smells like beautiful oaky cherries. Almost like a sour cherry. Like a bit of a sour cherry. I don't know why I repeat myself sometimes. I just do it. I do it a lot. Apologize. Yeah. Kind of like a unripe cherry. Like a bit of a bitter one. Yeah. There's some oak hiding behind there. Initial thoughts, possibly MGP, possibly Buffalo Trace, leaning more towards MGP, but my distilleries have been a bit bangled lately. A bit bungled, you could say. Thank you, everyone, for who's been watching the Advent Calendar series. It's nice to see the viewership and the comments and the likes and everything on those. Super duper. Love you guys for that. It makes me happy. And it makes me do it. I don't know if nobody watched, I don't know if I would have the strength to continue. Listen, these are blue blockers. These are blue blockers. I had to get them. I had to have them delivered, Walmart delivery, in an hour or less. I had to pay $10 extra to have them delivered because my brain feels like it is working on it. It's bad. I've been getting sick from staring at the computer, and I think hopefully this helps. Hopefully. I lost my other blue blockers, my John Goodman looking ones. No idea. I'm sure that they're on the floor around here somewhere. Super special. Oh, thanks. Blade Bow 30 on Whiskey Caviar, $2,900 plus tax and shipping. That's so much money. That's so much money. Now nosing this, I'm getting some little bit of farminess about it, a little bit of grassiness, making me think this could possibly be a wheater. Maybe a wheater. The nose is very gently sweet and inviting. It's like that one song, the Christmas song, where it's like, baby, it's cold outside. Like when, I think that they took that off the radio because it was suggestive or something. But WAP is still on there. I mean, they play that. They play a wet ass P word, but it's sad. Sad times. Or maybe was it because he was trying to feed her drinks? Maybe that was it. Yeah. She can't consent if he's feeding her drinks. So that must have been the problem with the song. I don't know. All I do know is this smells inviting, and it will not be canceled, not on my watch. Blind sample, starting the night down the hatch. That's lovely. Oh, I like that we started the night with that. What is that? That is... That's really good. It's bready. It's warming. It's kind of like, how do I even describe that? It's very bourbon-y. It's a very bourbon-esque. there aren't any like super enormous flavors that are it's just all kind of like combined into this great bourbon flavor. Put on my thinking cap. Harder. Second sip. That is something I could, it's probably going to be ridiculous when I do the reveal to myself to see what it is, but that's something I could have every single, like not every single day, obviously. But if that was the one whiskey I owned and that was all we could have, I'd be happy with that. That's good. That is, I don't think it's a weeder anymore. Possibly, I don't think it's MGP anymore. I definitely don't think it's Buffalo Trace anymore. We're going down that road again where I start saying Four Roses possibly. It has this nice spice to it, like a bready spice. It's like a cranberry muffin if the cranberry muffin got mixed up in the spice gang and, you know, got beaten up a bit. It's a spicy cranberry muffin. That's really good. I like that. A simple, easy score for it, 7.9. It's very good. It's very, very good. I'm not going to give it a great score. Not tonight. 7.9 is very, 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 very good, bordering on great. What is it? Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Wheated Bourbon. 7-year, 121 proof. Okay. So far, the grain to glass things I've tried have been both hits. I think I like the rye. I like the rye. Or was that just the regular bourbon? I can't remember. But so far, the grain to glass have been good for me. Wow, if I could talk. I like that. I like that a lot. Sorry, I mean, Youper in the house. Nice. Where at in the UP are you from? Let me hear it. Where at? Above the bridge do you reside? How far north are we talking? Copper Harbor? No. That would be a pretty ballsy area. It's Copper Harbor. I don't want to hear no St. Ignace. That doesn't hardly count, but I would allow it. Jim Beam sat 5 years and used JB Cask, bought by Bardstown Bourbon Company, and put in a new oak barrels for 6 years. Purple Toad bought those barrels from Bardstown. Very tasty for $70. Okay, so 5 year Jim Beam put in new oak barrels. Oh, for another 6 years. So it's aged originally for 5 years and then rebarreled a new oak for 6. Shit, that's interesting. Kobe, I ordered a 24 slot. I don't even know what that word is. Kobe. Bondo. And 25 milliliter tube sample vials the size of shotgun shells to wear and disperse blind samples at my Christmas parties. Sometimes I feel better. Better life. That's funny. I don't know what bandolier. Is that what that says? $120 an ounce. Jeez, that's so dumb. It did taste like bourbon, damn it. Glitterbeard, any predictions? It'll happen when it happens. It'll happen when it happens. Will it happen tomorrow? No. It won't happen tomorrow. Or Sunday. But it might. I don't know. Stay tuned. It could happen anytime. There's a bottle of 30-year B&B for $2K across the street, and it still has a fundamental hard pass on my budget, but I think you can get a better price. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Don't, like, it's expensive enough. Don't go friggin' paying flippers. That's so stupid. Like, they're literally making a living off of buying shit that we want and selling it to us because they have connections. They got friends in the industry or friends who are distributors or friends who are store owners. They're like, hey, listen, guess what? I understand if you have friends in those occupations and you're going to drink them. Cool. guess what? You win at life. You've got somebody who hooks you up on the regular with bottles when they come in. That's awesome. Wish I had that. But if you're buying the shit from your connections and reselling them, I'm sweating to make a living, you make me sick. Naughty list for all of them. Naughty list, and good luck getting off of that. Drums and drams, cheers, dude driving home from a gig and listening to your sexy ass. Thank you for tuning in, Cameron, to 1-800-SEXY-ASS-MATT. You are driving and surviving in Columbus, Ohio, heading between houses, which you unfortunately have not very many extra hours to get out of your original home. If you're listening to this, I don't mean to stress you out, but time's a ticking, Cameron. Time's a ticking. Don't forget your exit. Now, back to our regular schedule programming. Matt Kappas here. What's going on? I love the UP. Everybody loves the UP. Lowest point into UP. Menominee. You son of a bitch. You know what? That is, I mean, you're across the river from Marinette, and cool little area. Nice little area there. I've always wanted to fish there. As a cross-country runner in high school, yes, cross-country runner, we spent the night camping in Marinette. Then we ran in the morning, and I got beat by everybody, except for maybe like 3 girls. They sucked. They were so slow. Oh, man. Tony Bag of Donuts, what's going on? Dropping 10s on 1 Ounce Wednesday. Nice. Yes, this is we're gonna have a fun stream. Like I said, not gonna be a long one, but we need to get into these. Which ones? I want to do the friggin' Jefferson's first, because it is what I would consider to be probably the least banger of the bunch. This maybe, I don't know, it's good. Let me find it. I gotta find it. Maybe I put it over here. Let's see. It's dark over here. Dun, dun, dun. No. No. Son of a mother. Well, can just skip it. Is this it? Nope. No. 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 It's got to be around here somewhere. Maybe it's gone forever. Damn. Oh, wait. I forgot what the bottle looks like. It's kind of a wide bottle. Right? Yeah. I just had it. Don't give up on yourself. You can do it. Ow. No, 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 no. Is it back here? Nope. Nope. Felt like I was getting warmer for a second. Huh. Well, pocket whiskey it is. Pocket sample time. Sorry. That was fun to watch. And we got nothing out of it. I just had it. No. If that gives you an idea of how big of a mess I'm working with here. That's my knee. Then yeah, we got a mess. Okay, we'll go into the pocket samples. Sorry, super sorry. Jefferson's left on the boat. Yeah. Brian, Bikey, score Brian. The eyes, Brian is an easy 7.5. Easy 7.5 on the eyes for Brian Bikey. The nose, I haven't smelled a bad thing out of him. That gives him an easy 7. Haven't gotten close enough really for an extended period of time to have an extended nose, but nose is good to very good. My visuals on him are very good. Let's see. Height, oh, dang. He's not short, but we'll give him a 7 in height. Maybe a 7.3 in height. I mean, I would consider you, Brian, in every category that I'm making up on the spot to be very good. Very good. Breath, never smelled bad breath out of you. You get a 10 there. And you are also very witty, smart, kind, and all of those categories you get a 10 in. So you are what I would consider to be a catch. And I'd swipe whatever way would allow us to see each other. It's not in the shitter, Chili Maddie. My stocking's fine, Krusty. Brandon, I love you too, Brandon. Oh, one of the Brandons is here. They're giving you some time to, the other Brandon's got it for now? The other Brandon's taking care of everything? If I were there, I would just hand you what you're looking. I know you would. I know, that's what I'm talking about. I need some Brandons around here. Man. Whew. Wow, I'm sweating. Let's do some pocket whiskey. We got whichever one I grab first. All right, Beam Lineage, batch 2. This is 15-year, 111 proof. Wait, no. What? It says 15-year, 20-year, 111 proof. Is it a blend of 15-year and 20-year? This is from Jason Kobe. Jason Kobe is the man. America, pour it in there. Beam Lineage 2. Oh, the other Brandon's here too. What are you guys doing? Do they have a third Brandon? Just working hard? Oh man, see, it's like multiplicity. You just keep cloning Brandons until you clone a clone of a Brandon, and then that's the one who just eats pizza and puts it in his wallet. Careful with cloning a clone. All right, the nose on Beam Lineage, the color is beautiful. The color is very nice. The color is very nice. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is reminding me heavily of like the Knob Creek 18-year. It has a soury oakness to it, not exactly like a super sweet Eagle Rare 17 cherry oak, but this is more of like a sour Jim Beamy oak that is pleasuring me currently. Oh, it smells good. Blackberries, almost raisins, but not quite raisin enough. It's like in the process of becoming a raisin. It's like a half dried out grape, you know? Wait a minute. On some whiskeys, I get, I consider it like a black note, and I call it iodine or ink. It's more iodine than ink. And I'm not even sure if iodine is the correct smell for it. But it's buried in there. It's like, no. Yeah, I think iodine is a good interpretation of that. The nose isn't ultra sweet, but it's kind of yeasty, iodine-y, oaky, little sour, but it's all in a good way. There's nothing bad about it. It's just like nice and the more you nose it though, the more it gets funkier, yeastier. It's like going a week without showering and you don't dare lift a breast, you know? Like, no. We know what's under there. The more you nose. All right, Jim Beam Lineage down the hatch. That is good. I like that a lot. I am such a snob now. Shit's got to be old for me to like it, I guess. That is really good. What's the proof on that, boy? What's that, boy? Where did I put it? I have so much shit here that I don't even know where I put that. Oh, there it is. 111 proof. All right. If you don't like oak, you won't like that. Fortunately for me, I love oak. And that is chewy, chocolatey Charleston Chew. Here's the thing. Normally when I go Charleston Chew on a bourbon, it's normally the pink Charleston Chew. Not here. Not today. This is the chocolate Charleston Chew. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then you need to go find yourself a Charleston Chew. Actually get two. Eat one of them straight out of the gate before you leave the gas station. You put the vehicle in drive and you're already into the Charleston Chew. Careful. They're a bit, what's the word? Situational when it comes to its texture and bitingness. Some of them are like snap, and some of them are like, oh, I really got a bite. Take the other one, put it in the freezer, and then they're snappy. But a chocolate Charleston Chew and oak, that is really good. I'm into MILF whiskey. You know? Everybody has their own category. Listen, these glasses are friggin', they might be saving me. They're blue blockers and they're sharp. They are sharp. They also have built-in Bluetooth. They're $20. I'm balling. But I'm not blue lighting. Oh, wow. What was that? Oh, for a second there, that was weird. I've only got this on 1, almost 2. And this is almost 3 because, damn it, if I had more of it, I could explore it more. But grape juice, Arctic Spirit 1 is the king of grape juice notes. It's the best grape juice experience ever on a whiskey. It literally gives you Welch's grape juice, where it puckers your lips, and you're like that cute little kid who's like, yum, or whatever he did. But that had that for a second. It like ran down the sides of my jowls, right past my dental implants, and almost grape juiced it up. We're gonna score this. This is gonna get a good score. What's the price on a bottle of this? Jim Beam Lineage 2? Crap. 2. MSRP. $250? $250. Okay. Really? For a 700 milliliter bottle. I mean, that doesn't affect my score at all. But we're gonna see how this you know what? We're gonna go to the Knob Creek 21 after this, because I want to see how the Knob Creek 21 compares to the Lineage. But the Lineage is pretty good. Lineage is an 8.35. Make a note of it. That third sip, though, it got lucky. I scored it before that third. Each sip has been different. That third little sip got really barrel bitter on the back end. I did not taste that in the first 2 sips. Maybe that's potentially my dry mouth talking and not the Lineage itself. Oh, that's good. That's good. Any chance the glasses are affecting your sniffer? No. Look at this. That's the triangle of tremendous smelling right there. Nothing can really affect that. AS1 is a showstopper whiskey. Oh, Arc Spirit. It's bonkers. 250 distillery only. Okay. How old is this channel? I started it. My first video was October 18th, 2019. 1,000 videos later. We're like at 1,050 videos probably. And 6 years old. It has been confirmed by Jim Beam that most of his 20-year-old juice. He sold me on the bottle when he told me there's 20-year-old in the blend, and there probably won't be a batch 3 now that Fred is retired. Oh, so listen. Now it's time to do some fun stuff, you know? Right? Like Bruce Russell. Bruce Russell is like, hey, Dad, Grandpa, move out of my way. We got some shit to take care of. We got some fun stuff to do. Okay? And I think that Freddie should probably do the same thing. He's like, oh yeah, we'll just do everything like we used to do it. Don't worry, Dad. Have a great, see you later. See you later. Don't check on anything here at the distillery. Definitely keep your head out of the liquor stores and don't check the press. Because Freddie knows going to do some shit. That's what I say. Slavavan, Matt's most watched video has 173,000 views and he didn't respond to my email. Damn it. I'm so friggin' bad at that. I'm so sorry. Slavavan email. Especially if it was important, I'm sorry. Just came across your channel. I'm surprised you're not bigger. I've been bigger. I've lost a little weight. But, up and down. Thank you, President Rodriguez. Hey, tell your friends about it. There's something in the algorithm that doesn't share me. I don't know what it is, if it's the name or if I say son of a bitch a lot. Not sure. I'm not sure what it is, but I appreciate you watching, and I love you for that. Just met, and I already love you. Lineage was a collab between Fred and Fred Jr. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. But I say 8.35, yeah. It's good. It's freaking good. Now, the 21, which, by the way, Kobe. So I've been waiting for this to hit locally to purchase one. And it never did. It friggin' never did. Ever. Dwayne and Zoe Clo, Dwayne is like, hey, want me to get you one of these? And I was like, I'm going to wait till it hits locally. Fast forward months later and still nothing. Kobe's like, hey, do you want one of these? And I was like, thank you. Now I do. So thank you, Kobe, for sending this. Also, they never fixed. I warned everybody about it, and I've almost done it 5 times myself. Kobe taped it shut because he's a smart man. But look at it. That's the worst design of anything ever designed. Look at it. It's in here. It's in here. Then it's, put this back where it goes. And it's not something that you'd think, oh, I'll remember that and I won't do it. No. It's locked into position. But if it's sitting anywhere, and you want the bottle, especially if there are things next to the box, or if this is in a store, God forbid you want to take a peek of it in a store, and you grab it from where you would grab it because you're a human and you grab it from here, the latch unlatches immediately. It's like that, like, you can't stop it. You grab it and you can't. And if it's tilted at all, boom, big mess. I'm not an engineer, nor am I a doctor. I'm not even a very good patient. But that is a terrible design. There we go. All right. So this is 21-year-old Jim Beam distillate, and it's coming in at 100 proof. It's got the bejangled, it's got the necklace on it, which is awesome. I like that. It's got the wax top. Label looks beautiful. 100 proof, aged 21 years. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Hopefully they continue making these. Hopefully it's not like a one and done thing. Hopefully like the 18, maybe the 21s will continue also. I don't know. But one of my most anticipated bottles of the year, because I always try to make my most anticipated bottles the ones that are slightly obtainable, you know. There are other bottles I'd be happier to get, I'm sure. But when I see releases come like through Coming Whiskey or whatever, and I'm like, oh, that looks like something I really, really want. And also something I might be able to get, like the Jim Beam bowling pin bottle. That would have been cool if the 21-year Knob Creek was in that. That would have been sweet. All right. Color on this also super freaking dark. Beautifully dark. Throw the box away? I might. Before you break the bottle. Hey, if I break it knowing the problem, then that's a serious problem, Mom. If I break the bottle, what's the word? Demonstrating how poor the design is. If I know what it's going to do and I still break the bottle, what's happening? I mean, I wish bras came off that easy. No. Who did my hair tonight? This is done by nature itself. I was wearing the Santa hat and I got too warm and sweated and swing it over. The white glasses do look a little strange, but my head is feeling nice. My eyes aren't burning through my friggin' brain. The Advent series brings me tremendous joy each year. Hallelujah. Thank you. By the way, if you want a Hallelujah shirt or any of the other new merch before Christmas, you have to order before December 14th, I think, is one of their last cutoff days. And these people at TeePublic are up my ass. They sent me 2 free shirts, and then they're like, how are you promoting it? Email after email. I'm like, I'm busy. I'm shooting Advent. I'm shooting Advent videos. I would have never accepted 2 free shirts had I known I was going to get harassed so heavily. But anyway, I like the quality. They ship much faster than Teespring, seemingly a much better company. Link is in the description below. Is that the QR code for it too on the screen? I don't even know what that QR code is for. I don't know. It might be. If that QR code on the screen is not for it, then the link for TeePublic is in the description below. The Wabam hoodie is my favorite shirt, though. Wabam. We're 170 watching, only 62 likes. Matt's worth at least 80. That's true. That is true. Hit the thumbs up. And unboxing, I'm doing that on a table with you. Listen. There's so much shit everywhere. There's no tables that are open. Graham Elliott. That name sounds fancy. That name sounds fancy. I'm the Graham Elliott of whiskey. Since I can no longer be the Jim Gaffigan of whiskey, I'm the Graham Elliott. Unless, of course, Graham Elliott is already associated with whiskey, then son of a bitch. Have to find somebody else. Hard to scan a QR code with your phone when watching from your phone. That's definitely true. That's true. Can you send the link one more time for merch? It's in the description of the video. It's in the description of the live stream. I don't even know if I can. Yeah, it's in the description of the live stream. It's right in the description. I don't know. Anyway. Knob Creek 21 year. Oh. Crap, I wish I would have had this out. That smells like a different distillate altogether almost. The Knob Creek 21 is a bit shinier. It's a bit brighter. This reminds me of when I did the Old Grandad 16 year versus the Knob Creek 18 year. I know the OGD is a different mash bill, but I wonder if that Lineage is a different mash bill also. Does anybody know if that Lineage has the higher rye mash bill like the Old Grandad, or if that Lineage is all the lower rye mash bill? Nosing these, I'm thinking that they're different mash bills. Or maybe a blend of them. By the way, while we're on topic of Old Grandad, they're doing the Old Grandad 114 single barrel, 7 years old. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. They already have single barrel Baker's bourbons, which is the same mash bill as Old Grandad. Wait, once I said it out loud, am I wrong? I know Basil Haven is the same mash bill as Old Grandad, but I think Baker's is, oh my gosh, I almost went on a complete tangent and tirade, and I might be wrong. Baker's might not be the high rye mash bill. Shit. Let's pretend like it is. This was my thought. I'm like, they have Baker's 7-year, 107 proof single barrels. It's literally the same. It's just 114 proof Baker's. It's the same thing. It's the same age, 7 proof points higher. That was my tangent. But I'm gonna get off of that. I'm gonna get off of that right now because I might be wrong about the mash bill there. Because yeah, Basil Hayden is for sure, but his Baker's questionable. Baker's is not the same mash bill. So, okay, see, as soon as I said it out loud, I knew I was. Oh man. I'm guessing that the high rye Baker's is the high rye mash bill for show. Pretty sure it's a lower. Yeah, okay. Man, sometimes you have to say something out loud for it to make sense how dumb you are. Yeah, okay. So the Knob Creek 21 is oak heavy, which was hoping for. Oak heavy. There's almost like a it's a cappuccino. It's not French vanilla. The hell's toffee? Oh boy, crap. Butter, not butter pecan. English toffee? An English toffee cappuccino? Yep. But it's the powder. It's not like the actual liquid. If you've ever dealt with the powder, you know that the powder has a smell. Yeah. English toffee, cappuccino powder, and oak. A little bit of wood stain, not a lot, but it definitely feels like you're at a build site and they're putting up Cameron's new house, and Cameron's standing there going, "Hey, your wood smells like whiskey, bitch." Your wood gives me wood, Cameron would say. Yeah. Yeah, I like the nose roll. Down the hatch, Knob Creek 21. Time to score it. Let's go. Oh. I love when whiskeys do this. Keep going. Do it again. There's a second round to it. On the palate, initially, it's pretty thin. The flavor is great. The oak level is great. The profile is awesome, but it is thin. But just when you're about to be disappointed with its thinness, it kind of starts all over again and makes like a second appearance. It's like when, you know, when those cassette players in the car, and then the shitty ones in, like, you know, the shitty vehicles, which were all of them at the time, you had to like take the tape out and flip it over. But eventually the technology got so advanced, basically like modern day technology, the tape flipped itself over without flipping over. It just switched sides of the tape in, like, automatically inside the cassette player, and then started playing the B side of it. And you're like, how in the hell did it do that? Did it flip it? Or did it just, how did it do that? That's kind of like what this, the Knob Creek 21 A side of the tape was a bit underwhelming, but it immediately flipped to the B side automatically and started playing all over again. And the B side was kind of the side that was a bit better. Like, the artist saved the better tracks for the B side of the cassette tape. And I enjoy that. If the second sip does the same thing, then we're onto something. If the second sip fails to do that and only gives us the A side, then we might have a little bit of an issue. Second sip. Auto reverse. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, we're old. Fogged up my glasses. Second sip does it. Not as heavily as the first sip. It's not as apparent, but it is damn good. I like that so much. I know that some people complain about the proof, and I see that because there can be a 100 proof bourbons in this old range, like like we tasted last week, the Eagle Rare 17 at 101 proof, the old Master's Keep at 100 proof. There are some 100 proof bourbons that are just so oily and just viscous and beautiful. And they taste like that's the way they're meant to taste. The Knob Creek 21 does taste like there's been water added to it. It does have this ethanol afterthought to it that almost tastes like you added ice to it. You ever put a ball of ice or any ice just in bourbon, and you get this bitterness from ice, what it does to whiskey? This tastes like they added ice to it and then let it get to room temperature, like after it melted. It's really damn good. That's my only complaint. It's not as full-bodied as I would like. It's not as thick as I'd like. I'm fine with the proof point. It doesn't need to be higher proof unless the higher proof meant oilier. It just needs to be oilier and thicker. We're dealing with a very thin motor oil here. We need like some real viscous shit, okay? Our parts need they don't need to be worried about if it's gonna be metal on metal ever. We need some real thick motor oil in our mouths. Still very, very good though. It's gonna be fun to put this in a blind flight in a couple weeks here to see how it performs against other products like the Calumet 18, Jack 14, 12 Summers even put in there to see how it goes. But I think I like the Lineage a little bit more. It is the higher proof and has a bit more of a backbone to it, a bit more of a emphasis on oily and tasting experience. However, the 21-year Knob Creek, I am super happy I purchased. And if I were to do it all over again, I would do it all over again. That'll probably be a bottle I go to often. Like when I want something to taste, I will go to that a lot. 8.25 for the Knob Creek 21. 8.25. It's great still. It is great. It's just not quite phenomenal. 8.25 for Knob Creek 21. Proof it down with glycerol? What's glycerol? It doesn't sound like something you should do. If it's not at least 100 proof, then it's mostly water. I mean, it just depends on how the barrels age, and some barrel strength things aren't. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's math. 11 proof bourbon, but as long as it's 100 proof, and plus I'm happy, sort of like Scotch at 46. There, yes, is it enough? Nearly always. Right. Oh, from KC18 to OGG16. Let us know which one your favorite is. I think I was surprised with the outcome of mine. Of course, from KC21 in honor of the stream. It is good. It is freaking good. And then I'm not even sure. So initially, I thought that these were like $300, but Kobe picked mine up for $229 in Kentucky, $229 plus tax, which to me is a buy all day. See, this is what I'm talking about. Everybody has their price limits on stuff, and at $299, I feel like I would have struggled to make the purchase. At $229, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Like, that's kind of where I'm at. And it's not like I can do it all the time, but on that bottle, I was looking forward to it. And like, let's friggin' $229, hell yeah, 21-year-old, let's friggin' do it. But there are way too many $300 plus bottles of bourbon on the market that shouldn't be $300 plus. It's like they're taking advantage of people like me and all of you, and they're like, hey, they'll just give us our money for anything. False. We won't. We'll give you more. Actually, we won't give you more. We'll give the guy who bought it and is reselling it more because he wants to send his kids to private school and he doesn't even have kids. He's a real dick. I might be selling these short too. That Lineage might have deserved a better score. That 21 might deserve a better score. They are great. They're both great. But on the level of greatness, I might look back at the scoreboard and think that it deserved a higher marking. But they're both great pours. I like those a lot. I like them a lot. Thank you, Kobe. Jason Kobe is a musical mastermind and also a beautiful, beautiful, generous man. Sending samples, shopping for me. He's like my Brandon, who lives in Kentucky, that I don't utilize every day, except for during Met Madness. Then he's like my Brandon for free, who does way too much. I owe you, Kobe. I owe you lots. MSRP is $249. Okay, that's understandable then. Told me if I can find 5 more people to commit to buying, he can order a case for $200 each. For what, the knob 21? $220 here? Yeah, right? I feel like that's understandable and acceptable. Oh, by the way, how do I get a fancy green name? Oh yeah, you gotta become a channel member. You're funny. Your middle name's not Brandon. That doesn't even sound right. Jason Brandon Kobe. Doesn't even sound right. You're You're Jason James. Guaranteed. Jason James Kobe. For sure. Right? Jason doesn't, not at all. Jason, Brandon, it has the same amount of syllables. Doesn't work. You're Jason James. For show. Faux show. And if I'm wrong, then I'm not wrong. You're wrong. Jason Michael. Oh, Mom, that sounds like a very solid guess. Same amount of syllables, but Jason, see, my mom knows how to yell. She knows how to yell middle names. Like, my middle name is Scott. Matthew Scott. David Edward. You can't really yell Jason Brandon. Jason Brandon. That doesn't even, if Brandon was your last name, sure. But Jason Michael sounds real good to yell. Sounds real good to yell. Jason James, pretty good too, though. Jason Goat. Ooh. Yeah. All right. So you've scored what? 2? And I wanted to score the Jefferson Cask Strength. And I know it's around here somewhere. And I feel like looking again is not going to really benefit much. Unless a fresh set of eyes will do the trick. It's gotta be here. And I wanted to do that one badly. I'm gonna peek over here one more time. Give me 25 seconds. 1005, 1006. I know you're over here, bitch. Where are you? Oh, nope, that's Woodford, but I think we're on the right track. We gotta be pretty close. We gotta be close. So dark and mysterious back here. Leopold Brothers. Yeah. How did I lose this bottle? I'm way smarter than this. It's not true. Where is it? It's got to be like right in front of my face. Oh my gosh, why would I put it there? Found it. Also, I found this. I found it. I have a shelf back there that's like just full of Knob Creek bottles. I don't even know why. I just put Knob Creek bottles on it one day. It's like a corner shelf. And then I put it on there. Dumb move. But also I got this randomly in the mail the other day, delivered to my doorstep. And I was like, what is this? It's from Dark Arts. And I don't know. They never said they were going to send it. But it's this thingy. It says straight rye whiskey finished in maple syrup barrels with toasted Amberana oak staves. It's called Ripple Rye. It's not like I've had some Dark Arts stuff that's really good. And I've heard tremendous things about Dark Arts. But if I open this, and there's a possibility I might like it, but it's slim. It's so slim. It's a 7.5-year rye, 110 proof. I don't know. I literally don't think I like this at all. But it's not like I asked for it. So I don't feel like terrible if I just gave it to somebody. Like, if I open it and I don't like it, I'm not going to make a bad review. I'm not going to talk bad. I know that this isn't my jam. Maple syrup barrels, do they just look at me and think I'm huge, so they assume I'll like this? Matt will like maple syrup. He's huge. Smart thinking. But we might do a giveaway for this after the new year, or maybe next week. I don't know. You have to be a very specific, sweet cinnamon lover to like be interested in this. And I appreciate them sending it. Like, thank you so much, Dark Arts. But I want somebody to drink this who's going to appreciate it and love it. And I don't think that that's me. Unless, of course, you out there have tasted it and you love it. I don't know. What do you think? Get it in your belly, damn it? I don't know. Open it. I did not find the mouse. No Brandons. Oh, the only Leopold brothers I've tried their their 3-chamber rye, I think, which I wasn't a fan of. And then I have this like American whiskey. It's like a 2-year American whiskey, I haven't tried anything like what you got there. Oh, finished in 3-chamber rye casks. I've had nothing like that. It wasn't 30 minutes, Joey. What did my mom nail? I nailed it. What did you nail, Mom? This is... Oh, Jason Michael? Yeah, yeah. She's good. She is good. All right. This is Jefferson's Cask Strength. The progression that we're going through here, we're kind of taking a little bit of a turn outside of oak territory and more into proof territory. But this is Jefferson's Reserve Limited Edition Cask Strength, 130 proof. I would have never purchased this bottle had I not heard good things about it. And that's the best part about Whiskey Tube, is you get good recommendations once in a while. And when I opened this after I purchased it, pleasantly surprised. Who does Jefferson source from? Your guess is as good as anybody else's guess. They don't disclose who they source from. I'm sure that a lot of people know, but what is it? Trey Zoller? Is that who? Wow, that's just bold of me to say a name if I'm not sure who it is. I think that's the name. The Jefferson's guy. All right, so this is sweet, cherry, and appley. We've completely departed from the oak train we were just on. We jumped from the oak train to the sweet candy train. And we are fulfilling other needs at the moment, some sweet needs. Yes. It smells like big, chewy sweet tarts. Yeah. Definitely. Almost like a Nerds candy, but not, Nerds candy kind of have that bite on the nose where if you put your nose in a box of freshly opened Nerds, it would kind of have the smelling salt effect where you kind of kick you back a little bit. This smells like a dull box of Nerds. Yeah, a real dull box of pink and purple Nerds. I like that. I like that. Down the hatch, Jefferson Cask strength. Damn, that is good. Coming off of the oakiness, I was worried that this was going to taste super young and not really stand up. Traditionally, I've always said that the only substitute for Buffalo Trace products is another Buffalo Trace product, especially Weller, because wheated bourbons don't taste like wheated bourbons. But in the case of a Stag Junior, or like what they call Stag now, Drum Key, the debut, is a super solid replacement, or an alternative to a Stag. And I believe that this Jefferson's Cask strength is kind of the same way. Like if you love Stag Junior and you can't find a bottle, but you get your hands on a Jefferson Cask strength, you won't be just like that'll fill your void. You'll be like, oh yeah, that is pretty. Like it kind of like it scratches the same itch. It's nothing overly complex. It's nothing overly like special or brilliant. It's just straight up fantastic, sweet cask strength bourbon. It's not super old. It's not super young. It's just done right. And I like that a lot. I will buy a backup of that if they come out with another one next year. This will be something that I follow. This will be something that I'm excited to see what they come out with later. If they come out with other batches, if it's just a line that they continue, I'll buy multiple bottles. It'll be something that I always have on the shelf. If it maintains this profile, it's a 7.7. It's very good. And I think for $80 in today's market, that is a really, really competent barrel strength bourbon. A little bit of corn sweetness in that one, but not young corn, but like sweet corn. That's good. So I'm experimenting with, what did I say, 7.7? Just making notes. I'm experimenting with a little thing. I'm going to have some guests on I almost call that a podcast, on a live stream in the coming weeks. I'm trying to set up my first bourbon blind date, and it's not working great because one, like the schedules aren't working out, and it's hard because I'm not trying to tell the other person that the other person is. But anywho, I'm working on this idea. So I bought the newest Tin Cup 14 year, and it was cheap. It was like $60 for 14 year, 84 proof MGP. And I got to thinking, can you make barrel strength bourbon better by adding a little bit? Like, can you dilute barrel strength bourbon with an aged bourbon that's lower proof and make it better? That's a question. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about, sending these guys samples of a mixture of diluted with oak barrel strength pours and the regular barrel strength pours, a mixture of them, and seeing which ones they like more. And I've just spilled the beans on that, but I think it's a fun experiment and a fun exercise. Like if we added 30%, if 30% of Jefferson's cask strength was 14-year MGP at 84 proof, would it make it better or worse? That's the question. But there are so many we could do it with. Jefferson's Cask, Stag Jr., 1792 full proof, to name 3. And I mean, we can go on and on and on. Rare Breed, hell, Jack Daniel's single barrel strength. There's a bunch. Oh, Old Forester barrel strengths, the single barrels that are friggin' super hot. If we added a little bit of 14-year, 84 proof MGP to those, would it make them better or would it make them worse? That's kind of a fun experiment that I'm thinking about dealing out to some others, and I'll watch them dabble through it. Thanks, Thrasher. They're blue blockers. They help me stare at the computer without freaking out. Did we get a score for the Master Sweep? Not yet. That's going to be the last one I do. The drum key, Wayne, you're going to love. The drum key is so freaking good. Jeffrey Wack is here. What's up, Jeff? All right. Blasphemy. Wabam beats Bronzeback. It's official. Wabam is one hell of a single barrel Tennessee whiskey. I believe that. I believe it. And the Bronzeback is a really special rye. So, all right, we got 2 left to do. We got the Beacon, and we're going to do the Master Distillers Unity of Heaven Hill first. We have a little bit of this left from Kobe. Then we're going to do the Beacon. Then we're going to call it a night, so I can shoot tomorrow's Advent video, edit it, have it uploaded and ready to rock for tomorrow morning. I'm going to raw dog it so hard tonight that YouTube will be like, another video, Porter? Another video? We might start recommending you to some new people. Nah, forget about it. Heaven Hill Unity. 107 proof. I believe this is the product that has some extremely old distillate in it, like some 30-something year Heaven Hill stuff in there. Probably not a lot, but at least a touch. So we're moving back into an aged territory after the Jefferson's Cask Strength. The Jefferson's Cask Strength was a nice little detour out of Oaktown and into Sweetyville. But we've spent our time. We got our 2 hours worth at the 2-hour hotel room that we paid too much for the action we got. Oh, what was I thinking? Thinking that we'd get a 2-hour long hotel room and make magic happen. But it was still a 7.7, which isn't bad. The Unity is... I'm getting a lot of dough notes lately. It's very doughy. Like a chocolate chip cookie dough. But the chocolate chips are few and far between. It doesn't smell like a sugar cookie dough because that'd be sweeter than this. But yeah, a lot of cookie dough. A lot of like subtle and neutral notes. Not a lot of spice, not a lot of sweet. It's a lot of neutral. Ooh. I just got reminded. Ice cream. Ice cream in Upper Michigan is different than a lot of places, but Do you guys know what a Moose Tracks ice cream is? It kind of smells like a Moose Tracks ice cream. If you're unfamiliar, just Google it. Google Moose Tracks ice cream. Yeah. There's also a little bit of pretzel here. A little pretzel. Interesting nose. Doesn't smell overly old, but doesn't smell young whatsoever. It just smells nice and inviting and delicate and lovely down the hatch. Culver's. Their cheese curds are pretty good. What's up? Summer outdoors. What's happening? Love Moose Tracks? Right. Good night, all. Love you. Oh, good night, Hank Haddock. Sorry to keep you up so late. If I mix GTS with Wild Turkey 101, will it get better? Absolutely. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about mixing proofed down $60 aged bourbon with more expensive barrel strength non-aged bourbon. We're not mixing super allocated stuff with cheap stuff. It's kind of the other way around. It's almost like if you mix Turkey 101 with GTS, would it get worse? Yeah. What did you try before the KC21? I joined late. I tried the Jim Beam Lineage, which I liked a little bit more than the Knob Creek 21. And I also tried the no, that's it. So the Knob Creek 21, the Jim Beam Lineage, the Jefferson's Cask strength I just tried, and to start the night, I tried the Heaven Hill Wheated Grain to Glass, which I really liked. For some reason, I thought that this Master's Key, or for some reason, I thought that this Heaven Hill Unity would be a bigger nose experience down the hatch. What in the hell just happened to that? What is... That first sip of that was sweet and oily at first, a little bit of cherry, and then it just like flushed itself down this peanutty flush hole. What just happened there? It's a soft nuttiness. It's not like too abrasive and harsh, but there's no reason that a super expensive Heaven Hill release like this should have any traces of that youthful Heaven Hill nuttiness, let alone like an unusually large amount of it. The front half, we were going to a good place, but the second half, it fell down a nutty rabbit hole. What on earth? I know I tasted this on a live stream before where I liked it. It was in a different flight. Tasting it now, and I'm starting to see some issues here. Kobe, you bought the bottle. Do you agree? With all due respect to Wisconsin, the absolute best cheese curds I've ever had were at the Minnesota State Fair. Absolutely outstanding. Yeah. I mean, if you're up there in the Minnesota, Wisconsin area, it's kind of like the best pizza you'll ever get is going to be in New York City, usually, or like someplace in Connecticut, like in this area. You can find really fantastic pizza elsewhere, kind of like cheese curds. You might hit up a Minnesota fair where you find some phenomenal ones, but if you want the real deal, phenomenal cheese curds, northern Wisconsin or upper peninsula of Michigan. they'll get you. I told you it's too delicate for you. Oh my gosh. Have some water. And that's hilarious, Kobe, because I was like, and then I made a big deal out of it. I busted out the check. That's hilarious that we came back to it, and it's not too delicate. It is delicate. There is this unveiling of nuttiness that's kind of surprising. For example, the Beam Lineage, the Beam profile comes from a long line of harsh, abrasive, like nuttiness that's like it stands on. It's like we're a nutty profile. But as it gets older, it ages out. It ages out, and then all of a sudden you've got these products that don't have that anymore. It's aged the youthfulness out. It's aged that nuttiness out. Heaven Hill is the same way, unless they're adding some youthful things into this. Did they put young stuff in there? Because if this is super old stuff all around, then it shouldn't have that at all. Yeah, you're right, Kobe. It is delicate. Delicate like my feelings. It is weirdly soft. That's so strange. It starts off silky soft. It's so like cotton candy fluffy up front. Then as it goes towards the back of the palate, it's like picking up speed. It starts off slow, and it's like, and then at the end of it, it's just like, shoo, and it's all straight nuts on the back. I still really like it. I think it is very, very good. I wouldn't put it as a great whiskey at this point. 7.85 for the Unity. It's very, very good. There's no reason why it shouldn't be great. There's no like that flavor profile. They should know, like, hey, unless they like that, unless the people at Heaven Hill enjoy that nuttiness, whoever's in charge of the tasting, if that's the case, then Cody shouldn't be in charge. They should tell Cody to knock it off. Because it introduces this youthfulness on the back end that makes it not great. And it could be great. There's some 6 year. When I have it on a fresh palate, it is so good. And when I have it after a bunch of other pours, I feel it's meh. There's some stuff like that. But it's hilarious that I can taste. Okay, I think that it's honestly, and some people might be annoyed that I'm tasting stuff that I don't know a lot about, right? Like, it annoys me at some point where I taste it and I go, I don't know where this is sourced from, and I don't know what the blend consists of. That's annoying to have somebody taste that and not know exactly what they're tasting. But the flip side of that is I'm literally letting my taste buds and I'm letting me do the work. I had no idea that there was 6 year bourbon in there. But my palate told me that. I didn't know that, but I knew that, right? I figured that out myself. I didn't need to know. So when I said that, you're like, yeah, dude, you're right. Like unfortunately, the younger stuff that they put in there sort of takes over on the back end, which sucks. I'm about to score beacon in the second groundhog. Second pour of the JD Heritage and had a tango on the tongue, sliding up and down, swinging left and right, leaving a dense flavor behind. That's all. The tango on the tongue's good. Heaven Hill's been really downhill for me. Probably had the last 7 hills this year, right? I don't buy it anymore. I used to be every single Elijah Craig barrel proof batch. I'd be waiting on it, even if it was late. Even if like Colorado didn't get the A125 batch until 2026. I'd still be waiting for it to buy it, but I don't care anymore because I know what they taste like now. They don't taste like they used to. Larceny Barrel Proof, same way. Cody's back. Worst freaking intern ever. Cody's got some friggin' issues, man. Cody, well, he's probably the one who wanted the friggin' Elijah Craig 15-year 90 proof. It's all Cody. All right. Last pocket sample of the evening. It's the warmest. This is from Cam. Cam sent, you know what? Let's do one after this. An itty bitty amount, one little sip, just to find out if something's different. But this is the main event of the evening. Wild Turkey Master's Keep Beacon, 118 proof. This is from Cam. He sent all the BTAC stuff. He sent me my favorite bourbon of all time, the Blade & Bow 30 year. And this is Wild Turkey Master's Keep Beacon. This has gotten a lot of people talking. And I know that the new single Rickhouse bottle has been also like people talk about that a lot. I haven't had that. I haven't had a lot of the super allocated things this year, but thanks to Cameron and thanks to Kobe, I've been able to taste a few and score some over the past couple of weeks, and I really, really appreciate you guys. But I was really looking forward to this after I heard about it. Truth be told, I did have a tiny taste of this once when I got the box from Cameron. So last week, I had a little itty bitty taste of this, and I was impressed. But that doesn't mean anything. But I'm sitting here in this chair, ready to evaluate. The color on it, gorgeous. The color on it's gorgeous. Looks nice. Looks nice. Bottle of Beacon, looking forward to cracking at some point. C9 and 1.8. Yeah, I mean, that's right. That's the good stuff. C920, phenomenal stuff. Haven't had 90th anniversary. Haven't had that. 30. Why would they do that? 34 year, 14 year, 8 year, and 6 year. That's so. Can you imagine? And if I were Cody in a meeting at Heaven Hill, but I was the good Cody, and then there was the bad Cody who was arguing with me. We've aged these barrels for 34 years. They've been sitting in these warehouses for 34 years. And they've developed this flavor profile that they've developed. Could they have been terrible at 34 years old? Yes. Could there only be drops left in them at 34 years old? Yes. But you aged them for that long on purpose. You didn't pull them before that. They've been in those barrels for that long. Then you take them and you blend them with 6-year-old barrels, completely ruining the fact that you had sat on those for 34 years. That is crazy talk. I'm trying to think of an example in my head that would make sense to compare to. You waited so long. And then I don't know. That's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. 28 bottle yield out of 34 year in a 27 barrel blend, 4,500 bottles. 28 bottle yield of 34 year in a 27 barrel blend. Oh, okay. So let me put my brain around this. So in the entire blend, in the entire 27 barrel blend, if they were to utilize all of the 34 year stuff, they only had 28 bottles of 34 year distillate. Awesome. How much 20 year distillate do they have? How much 25 year distillate do they have? How much 18 year distillate do they have? You don't blend it with 6 year. That's crazy. I get it. There's not a lot of it, but you do have some, which makes things interesting. If you blend it with things that also are special, make it special. The 6 year must make it less expensive. Yeah. Because they're not making their money. They're not making their money. Beacon on the nose smells phenomenal. Oh, wow. All right. We're getting into the beacon, and it smells great. This smells like a really heavy syruped fruit cup, like one of those fruit cups. If there were like a luxury version of that, like let's say that you bought one of those first class airline tickets overseas on one of those gigantic airliners, and it was like one of those that has a suite, and it's got like a full room. It's like the first class, the most expensive airline ticket you can buy kind of thing. And it's like you enter the airplane and then they put you in your own little suite in the front, and it's got a bed that folds down and its own television, and it's got like a little closet in there, and it gives you access to a shower. Like you can shower on the airplane if you'd like. And then there's a turn down service and stuff. It's like an extremely expensive airline ticket. If that airline ticket came with a fruit cup made by a company that made fruit cups that would align with an airline ticket so expensive, this is that fruit cup. Yeah. I'm Trek Trendy, and I've got my Timbs on, and I'm hopping on my airplane, and we're headed around the world in the most expensive flight ever flown. Trek Trendy. It's a YouTube channel. Man, that smells good. It smells like that. And there's a sticky sweetness, I think. Kind of like a funky honey. Like honey and I don't know. It's like a spiced honey. Spiced honey, decadent fruit cup. Hey, Damon, what's up, dude? Damon, I felt bad about the calendar when I said that the pour was shitty. Please don't ever take anything I say personally, because I know you guys try extra hard to put the best calendar together you can put together. I was on a rant. I was on a bit of a tirade in the video, and never did it cross my mind ever that what I was smelling was not whiskey. And if you think that an agave spirit is whiskey, that makes a shitty whiskey. So that's kind of where I was at there. And also, I didn't even think about your feelings until after I posted the video. So I'm glad that you have thick skin up in Minnesota. You got to have thick skin with the wind chill up there. You know what I mean? Oh. $6 years probably less expensive than water. Or it's probably a better mixer than water. But then you lose your age statement. So wasn't selling based on age statement. I don't know if anything Heaven selling based on age. I mean, if it were if it had an 18-year age statement on it with 32-year distillate in there, that helped it sell. I mean, truth be told, the age statement on that whiskey is 6 years. If they had to age date it based on the laws that are in effect, they get skirted around all the time. But realistically, if you want to put an age on the bottle, it has to say 6 years old. Not always would the TTB allow you to put an age, like a chart on there. Like I know the Bardstown Bourbon Company was one of the first ones that I remember putting in, like, it's a blend of this, 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 and this. Not always allowed. A lot of the times they'd say, if you're going to state an age, it has to be the minimum age. You know, there wouldn't be an explanation of the ages, but rather just the minimum age of the youngest barrel, or the age of the youngest barrel. So yeah, age statements do sell whiskey, but also flavor profiles sell whiskey. And if it tastes like there's 6-year whiskey in it, and it's that expensive, I don't know what the super old stuff did to it. To, like, I mean, it's better than 6-year stuff, but like, I just feel like that was a waste of those barrels. Like, it should have been put into something else. I don't know. I'm sure that they have very good teams behind them that know how to make money. For sure. Trade JT14 for Beacon. This smells tremendous. I did the full BTAC lineup last week. When I first tasted this, I didn't get the turkey funk on the nose as much as I'm getting today, but it does have this deep, sour, kind of oaky funk to it that is appreciated, but not expected based off of the first time I tasted this. But I'm excited to go into the palate. This is Beacon down the hatch. We're scoring it tonight. Here we go. Ho, ho, ho. Beacon down the chimney. Good grief. That is, what the hell? That is so good. That is wildly good. That is phenomenal. Holy shit. Is that Russell's 15 good or better? Holy crap. That is special whiskey. That is like what you want a limited whiskey to be. Holy balls. We tasted the BTAC stuff last week, and I had this experience with the Eagle Rare 17. That was just like the super oaky, awesome profile. This is that with a little bit more like darkness and mysteriousness and like I don't know, it's like a more vulgar version of it. It's still cherry, but it's just like, wow, I don't know. I'm trying to put words together and it's difficult. That's really, really good. Have people compared Russell's 15 to that? That's what that reminds me of. That reminds me of Russell's 15. Shit. Swagstar, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. High five. Very good. Guessing they know what they're doing. 34 probably sucked. Maybe. Possibly. But they've also made a lot of different products that used to be phenomenal suck, which is a bummer. My beacon has opened up quite a bit since I opened it in Halloween. Yeah, I wish I don't have a Russell's 15 anymore. But I mean, that's the question right there. I don't doubt that at all. The beacon beat Russell's 15 in blinds. Just tasting this, I mean, if you told me this was Russell's 15, I wouldn't. There would be, if you went to, I mean, shit, not even a bar. If somebody brought over a bottle of Russell's 15 filled with beacon and they poured it, I'd be like, fuck, that's good. Pardon my language. I'd be like, that's so damn, like, this is either just as good or better. What's the proof on that? Crap. Good gravy. Where'd I put that bottle at? Oh, beacon. 118 proof. That's so I entered a local raffle for their allocated bottles, and every year I do this. If I win a bottle, the next year when I go sign up, I always bring them a sample of what I won the year before. So tonight I went to the store and I brought them one of the Liquid Ministry sample bottles of the remainder of my Pappy 15. So I brought the Pappy 15 there and I was like, I want to sign up for your bourbon raffle. And by the way, here's a sample of what I won last year for y'all to share and enjoy. Hopefully that helps my chances. I don't know if it does or not. Can't hurt them. But anyway, looking at their allocated list, having tasted through the BTAC stuff, I would happily trade anything that I was able to purchase there, a GTS, a Pappy 15, like that stuff, happily trade it for a beacon. That's how good this is. And it might not be that good for everybody else if you're into a much sweeter Buffalo Trace profile, but if you like a more complex, funkier, darker, deeper, just more like a bigger, bulgier, like twisted whiskey in the good way, the beacon is phenomenal. And I love that so much. As far as the score goes, oh my gosh. That's just as good as an Eagle Rare 17 or better. $9.3 for Beacon. I think if I were to go back and rescore Russell's 15, it probably would have been higher after my first review of it. But this is just based off of at the time what I'm tasting, and times change when you're ranking things on a 1 through 10 scale. It's impossible to keep things super like I think that if I were to go back and re-rate Russell's 15, it'd be in the same area as this, so like a 9.3, even though I think I scored it lower when I originally scored it. But yeah, Beacon's a 9.3. It's some of the best bourbon that I've ever had. It's not the absolute best. It's not King of Kentucky. It's not like the really old Michter stuff. But as far as like stuff you can buy today, it doesn't get much better than that. That's crazy good. Turkey freaking killed it with that. It's wild how things change. Distillate changes in the barrel as it gets older. That's so cool to me. That's what makes bourbon so much fun. You can go from this super grainy, grassy, nutty, weird, funky thing that tastes like shit. And then you give it a couple years and it just starts getting a little better, a little better. And then you close your eyes and you take a long nap. You wake up and all of a sudden that nasty shit tastes like this. And all it did was sit in a friggin' wooden box. That's what makes bourbon so special. I love that. Oh, me too, Coates. The LA chasing game sucks. Remember you rated Eagle Rare 17 at 9.3. Didn't I just say? I think I just said it's as good as Eagle Rare 17. Didn't I just say that? It's as good as Eagle Rare 17 or better. So it's the same score. That makes sense. The only thing to ever beat Russell's 15 will be the next bottle I never see. I mean, I'm not going to see it either. I'm kind of in the same boat all you guys are. I know that I get some bottles sent from distilleries which are really special, but I mean, I have friends like you guys have friends. I don't have any special connections with distributors or stores. I don't know a single store owner's name where I live. Zero. I've got no connections or hookups or relationship with any store owner. The relationships I have are with patrons and viewers and stuff who sometimes like send me a message and are like, hey, I've got I got access to one of these at this price. Do you want it? And I think that we all have that. But I'm right there with you. I love a Beacon. I got lucky. The Russell's 15 was super lucky. The Russell's 15 was in a local store, and shit, how did it even go? I think I literally walked in there. Funny because the George C. Stagg was kind of the same story in the same store, but I just walked in there on like one of the random fall day, and it was just sitting on a shelf, and I was like, how much is that? And it was like what, $3.99 or whatever, or 300. I can't remember, 300, 300, whatever it was, but it was like right around MSRP, and I was like, yes, I'll take that. But sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you have friends, but I don't know. We're all in the same boat. Mike Deuce is here. What's up? Oh, this turkey talk made me pour my... Oh, dude, the Final Flight is so good. That's such a good single barrel. I didn't do a Russell's pick this year, unfortunately, but hopefully next year. Hopefully next year for sure. All you have to do is tell a shop, look, I'm kind of a big deal. Let me do your picks. They'll be great. Hook me up with allocations. I'm not that guy, pal. I'm the guy who walks into a store with his tail between his legs and looking at the ground and I don't want to, like, I'm such an introverted, scared person in public. I'm ashamed of myself. So your suggestion could be correct, could be cool, could work for some people. But for me, never going to happen unless I walk into a store with my mother. I walk into a store with my mom and she's like, you know who he is? Everybody listen up. You know who you got in your store today? Let me tell you a thing or two about my son. That's my mama. How would Beacon compare against Calumet 18? Great question. I would say that it would be very close. Calumet 18 is very special. Beacon's very special. America. Just a drop. Since I still have Beacon on my mind, that's a great time. Thank you for mentioning that. That's super smart. Okay. Ooh, Calumet 18 is very proper. Maybe because it says watch out proper on my glass. Isn't Calumet 18 the same proof? Isn't that 118 proof? Or something like that? I almost said good night, and then that was a great question. What is it? 118 proof. The same proof. Shit. The noses are very close. Shit. Those are so close. I did not think this was going to be the case. I might give the slight edge to the Calumet, which when I reviewed it, I absolutely loved. But the Calumet is more of that sweet oakiness. I think that the Beacon is more dark and like funky and different in a super phenomenal way, but the Calumet is sweeter, oakier, and has more of a pop to it. The Calumet 18 has more of a pop to it. Like it makes an appearance on the palate, a big pop. Tonight, tasting them back to back, and also the Calumet 18 is cold. It was on the floor and it's chilly in my hand. The Beacon was warm in my pocket, and the warmer whiskey like gives the flavors more of a like emphasizes the flavors more. The colder it is, the less of the flavors you get. I'm gonna give the nod to the Calumet 18 tonight, but that has nothing bad to say about the friggin' Beacon. The Beacon is so good. But great question. Glad you asked. Dropping the bucks for the Calumet. Is it $500? If you can get a Beacon, how much are Beacons going for? How is it cold? I mean, Kobe. The BTUs coming out of that fireplace, the heat's going straight up. It's warming our bedroom. The fireplace is just warming our bedroom. The garage is so cold it doesn't mind. But I could definitely tell on the palate how much colder it was. 500 on secondary all there right now for Beacon. Shit. Can you get a Calumet 18 for cheaper than that now? See, you should be able to, right? There's got to be friggin' Calumet 18 sitting out there for cheaper. A Beacon at $320 is a buy over Calumet 18 at $500 for sure. dollar for dollar, if they're the same exact price. It just depends on what you like more. If you're looking for a sweeter, oakier profile with more pop, the Calumet 18 is for you. If you're looking for something that's a bit funkier, a bit like weird fruitier, with just as much oomph behind it, and like they're just a bit different flavor profiles. So although I give the edge to Calumet 18, that doesn't mean that everybody will. That's my preference. And when I poured the Calumet 18, I did not think that was going to be the case. I thought that the Beacon would be better. But then again, that's why we taste things. We don't know. SRP for Beacon is $300. Yeah, I mean, if you can find a Beacon for $300, and you can't find a Calumet 18 is $500, then it's Beacon literally every single time, no matter what. $350 here for $350 for, okay, so that's more like it. I don't think that these things, I mean, I'm not in there, I don't know how much like they need to charge for this shit, but like $500 prices me out of all of this stuff. I will not buy a $500 bottle of whiskey. I won't do it. If there was a $500 King of Kentucky or a $500 Blade and Bow 30 or a $500 Michter's 20 or 20, like I can see myself being like, shit, I need to figure this out in order to like get this, like whatever. Other than that, like those are next level whiskeys. And then they're different levels. And the Calumet 18 and the Beacon, personally, my budget wise, they're not at a $500 level. Like nothing exists there other than like the best of the best. And I know that that's stupid, but that's just the way that money works. You know what I mean? That's just the way money works. If these were both $299.99, I would seek them out. And I wouldn't be able to buy them the same month, but I would seek them out and buy them in different months. Cracked a freaking 20 tonight? Damn. You fancy, huh? It was incredible. They are good. They are good. But neither of them cost $500. The Calumet 18 MSRP for $500. And then the Beacon, apparently, that's what it's going for, right? I know what the MSRP is. But MSRP means nothing if there's none available because of all the backdoor deals and flippers. If we could find everything at MSRP, life would be good. You know? Van Winkle's would be affordable. Buffalo Trace Antique Collection would be obtainable, would be affordable. But that's just not the way it works. It's just like we can't, that stuff doesn't exist at that price. Instead of the distillery making the money, the flipper makes the money. Which is why I always thought it was weird that the Van Winkles kept their suggested retail prices at where they're at. Like, if I were their kids and grandkids, I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, what were you doing? People were selling your shit for 15 times MSRP. People would buy it and resell it. And people would buy, like, why didn't you make more money yourselves? Skip the middleman. Skip the criminal. Are they criminals? No. But in my brain, they deserve a beating. Just saying. Making flippers rich. 18 Ohio is $500. I love it. It did win you the ADHD Royal Rumble. It did. I don't have a CNE. I don't. The only one I have is the first one, the CNF, I think. If I could find stuff at MSRP, I might not drink much that wasn't GTS, right? That's right. It's just, it's a bummer. It is a bummer that we live in the flippin' world we live in. But that's just the way it works. And Maybe one day it'll be different. Who knows? Oh yeah, you're right. Selling liquor without a license isn't legal. Boom. Heck yeah. So we're correct. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I have another video. I have to shoot tomorrow's video and edit it and friggin' publish it, fight the copyright, make the thumbnail, and have it scheduled for tomorrow morning. And I have to have that done before I go to bed tonight. On top of that, we have my children's friends coming over tomorrow for a sleepover, and their house is a mess. So it is currently 9:07 here in the mountains. And before I go to bed, I have to have the video shot, edited, uploaded, and all that stuff. Plus, I have to clean the house. So that's going to do it for tonight. If you liked my blue blockers, hit the thumbs up. If you hated the blue blockers, hit the thumbs up. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on just sticking to the grind. Sticking to the grind. Am I looking forward to the 13th pour of this advent calendar? To be honest, you're damn right I am. And I'm going to shoot the video with all the vigor and all the friggin' excitement that's in my body. And my body can build excitement quickly. Ask my wife. Love you all. See you tomorrow in the comments for the 13th day of December. And if you're not on the nice list yet, you might want to start rethinking some shit. Because the cutoff is soon, I'm sure. They need to know. They need to know. See you all. Have an awesome evening. I'm out of here. Hugs and kisses. Portski. Outski.